It has a 9 out of 10 on whiskey, mate.
You better not be recording. I love your reaction. Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
And I'm Sam.
And today we're reviewing Smokehead.
Alright, Smokehead is a single malt Islay. I kind of have a sneaking suspicion this might be, or might have a bit of that E150 food dye. It doesn't give you any information on how long it's been aged or like anything about the process itself either. I feel like if it was a 12, it would obviously have an age statement. Even a 10, I reckon probably 5 or 6 years this has got a little bit of E150. It's pretty fresh smelling and tasting, a bit young. It's 43% ABV and is distilled in Scotland by Ian McLeod Distillers Limited. I haven't heard of them. I assume they're a big conglomerate and do a whole bunch of different things. Smokehead's just one of their runs, I assume. Yeah, look, we got genuinely warned by the person who sold us this. They're like, well, for one, it was a person who genuinely enjoyed Islay whiskey, peaty whiskey, which is a first for us to be able to find those sorts of people at a liquor store. But he's like, have you had peat before? Do you enjoy it? We're like, yeah, we do. And he's like, now, that's good, but I still didn't enjoy that. Now, on the nose today, it's not smelling too bad, to be honest. The first time we tasted it, smelled a lot worse. Today, it smells like vaguely Lagavulin-y.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Which is very generous because... Look, this just does not have like the layers that Lagavulin has. It doesn't have the care taken. It's very,
it's just watered down, it smells like.
Yeah, it's very thin. I said it's 43%. Nothing special, just enough to kick it over the line of being a 40% whiskey, which has some stigma behind it. 43 is the new 40 anyway for whiskies. I don't know, I feel like the whole marketing thing with it bothers me a little. Like,
do they market
Smokehead,
the smokiest?
Not the smokiest, but they said that like
just says Smokehead.
Oh, actually, yeah.
It literally just says Smokehead on it.
There's something they said before. I can't find it. The website said before it was like intensely rich and smoky. It doesn't conform to regular, tastes, and if you don't conform to the world around you, then this whiskey's for you. Something really just cliche and pretty friggin' lame. Like, this is not anywhere near, not even in like my top 50 most challenging whiskeys I've had. It's got
flex.
it's got like Islay notes which can be challenging, but there's nothing intensely smoky about it. Like, it's peaty, it's an Islay. That's pretty much it. Like, there's not a whole lot about this that I would consider challenging. In fact, I'd put this kind of, not entry level with Islay, but like, I don't know, like if you went from decently high proof, Highlands and stuff, you could go jump to this pretty easily. Like, I wouldn't say that this is a massive challenge.
I know I read it.
What?
It says, appreciation for heavy, earthy peat with immense smoke.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't say immense.
It's a bit of an overstatement, but I mean...
Maybe this is us just because we've been drinking Islay for so long. It's a bit, I know it undercuts it a bit, but I mean,
it's a good marketing ploy. They pulled us in. We were like, immense smoke.
I looked at it and I was like, look, it's probably not good, but I want to try and see how peaty it is. So it got us either way.
It's got those classic, it's like a watered down classic Islay.
Yeah.
Like, there's those smoke, those sea salts.
It has some nice notes in here. Like, don't get me wrong, this isn't like an offensive whiskey.
Oh, no.
It's not offensive. The nose is smelling better to me today than it did the other day when we first tasted it. Like, it was pretty...
We chased it with Lagavulin though, didn't we? So.
Yeah, we had done a few things beforehand. Like, we had had a few drinks beforehand of other things. This is our first whiskey of the day today, so maybe that's why we're fresh. It's a bit early today. What time is it? A bit earlier. It's 1:15. I'm getting like caramel, maybe some like candied ginger. Definitely peat is there.
Yeah.
Some underlying pretty heavy sweetness on the nose.
Some like darker fruits.
Yeah, maybe a bit of maltiness. It's pretty flat though. It's like, flat soda. Like, it's not got layers and layers.
Yeah.
I reckon I'm gonna go in for it. Yeah. The taste is disappointing. If it carried through the nose to the taste, I'd be okay with this, but it's
like dirty
so
socks.
watery. It's so watery.
But how much was it? It was like,
$60.
yeah, so fairly cheap, bro.
Yeah, in America, like almost half that.
It's probably
It's like a $30
US.
whiskey, but in America, I think you get like Lafroig for that much. So if you can, go for Lafroig. Don't go for this.
I'd pay a
Lafroig
bit
is
extra
much
for any
better.
other island.
Oh yeah. I think Ardbeg 10 is only like $15 more than this here.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I don't know. It's just really thin. It's really thin. There's no cleanness to it. You get kind of that. Like your tongue doesn't feel oily after drinking it. It feels like clean straight away. It just dissipates. It's just not.
I can get the earthy peat.
I get earthiness.
It doesn't lie about that. It's just,
I get the peat in the way that like the peat smoke, the ashiness, and I get the peat like the actual like earth, like the unburnt peat. I get that.
This is what I would imagine biting into a clump of peat would taste like.
Yeah, the
like
sweetness
that-
is not
yeah.
as much there as well. Like the nose, it was much sweeter. It had much nicer nose than it does taste. Unfortunately, not shit canning the.
I mean, it's drinkable.
Oh yeah,
I drink this over.
This is fine.
Some
There's
whiskeys out
there's
there.
some other ones I'm not a big fan of.
But I mean, there are.
I'd prefer this to like a Johnny Red. Like I know Johnny Red is not like that bad. Like there are worse whiskeys than Johnny Red, but for me, there's just a weird underlying taste that if it wasn't there, it'd be a fine whiskey. But for me, it's just like it messes me up, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I'd prefer this over that. It's just a bit more interesting, but it's still thin. It doesn't give you a whole lot.
This really lingers in my mouth.
Really?
And it gets just dirty. Why? Because I've just brushed my teeth about 20 minutes ago.
I reckon I'll grab another Islay.
Just do Lagbull and 8.
Yeah, screw it. We did the review of that this week or last week. I don't know actually when this will come out. So we've done the Lagbull and 8 review. Yeah, like look at this. So 8 years old, clearly no food dye. Look how pale it is. It's a very pale whiskey. No problem. They just go with it. This is much richer. It tastes older than this does, and this is much darker. So that's why I think it might have a little bit of E150.
No.
It's much higher in alcohol. So this is 40. Not even that much. This is 48. This is 43.
It just smells more refined.
It smells like there's an extra 15 points of alcohol on it though.
It smells like it's been made by people that know what they're
Very, very different. Just a
doing.
not subtle jab. God, this smells so much better. Oh my god. Yeah, look, I'm not gonna finish this one. It's just not worth. It's not worth it. I don't know. It's 1 o'clock. It's pretty much just 1 o'clock. So I'm not gonna polish my liver off at this hour of the day for that. It's just not worth it. I don't reckon.
If I was going to a party, I'd probably take Smokehead. That's the kind of whiskey it is. It's like one of those cheap whiskeys that you'd rather.
Like you don't care if you leave behind.
Yeah, you just
you
take
don't care
it.
if you share it with everyone. Not that anyone's gonna want it. Sorry, Smokehead. Not a fan. I'll try your other stuff. We'll still try your other stuff.
I might buy the 18.
18 and stuff.
'Cause that's not that much more, to be honest. I think it was like 140 or something. So like, I mean, it's worth a try.
But look. I'm not saying this is a bad whiskey. It's not for us. It's probably not for a lot of Islay lovers who are used to things like this or like the 16. But doesn't know. Jesus. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. We don't exactly recommend this. It's all right. If you want to buy it, but don't be disappointed. It's not great. But anyway, each their own. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like, maybe subscribe if you liked it. Anyway, see you in the next one. Cheers.